Hi, today I'm going to talk to you about transaction tracing. And I'm just going to give you a few use cases which we've been using our tracing capabilities for. One is basically just tracing a transaction. So you have an application here in this case that has a Marco.js frontend, a Node.js backend integrated to a Java application and using MySQL as a data store. And the customer wanted to be able to just show the transaction performance and break down the time per layers, taking into account all these different technologies. So for that purpose, we use the correlation mechanism that we have in GermainUX, and I'll show that to you here. It's basically, and this is the documentation that explains a little bit about the three options that you have when you want to correlate transaction. One of them is the one that's described here, the stream correlation. That's for the exact example I've just given you. We also do that for, like, with here, this is an example for a Siebel CRM where we trace actually the transaction from the user clicking on the user interface on the browser to the backend application execution codes that are taking place and database SQL that are being issued in the Siebel database. Because there is no such thing of being able to correlate, to connect the dot between these different things out of the box in Siebel. So we've built this correlation mechanism so we can actually connect the dot ourselves. So this is where this is what it is. This is where it's configured. I'm not going to go into the detail, but another use case, just to give you another idea around how we use this mechanism, and that's not the same type of correlation. It's the second type. This in this case, what we were trying to do is we were trying to analyze application a Siebel object manager crash. So Siebel CRM is an application, and if sometimes developers introduce customization that may just affect the health of the application. Sometimes it just crashes out of the box just because of a new release, and it happens in every application. So how do we automate the analysis of all the files that are produced when the application crashes? And the analysis is very customizable. So because obviously, files, the information in those files varies, but just to save time, because crashes like that may occur like hundreds of times a day or thousands of times a day. So there's nobody's got enough any time to manually analyze all this. But eventually, those crashes kick users out of their session. So everybody's interested in solving these problems instead of just having to restart the Siebel application or whatever application that is experiencing crashes. So automated analysis of a number of files for a given problem or a given use case, like an application crash. That's a second type of scenario, second type of things that we've used these correlation capabilities for. If you want more details about the correlation capabilities, you can find that in the analytics portion of our documentation. So, and search for correlation or tracing, and there we explain the three types of correlation mechanism that we have: the exact match, the ID based, and the stream correlation. Then we show you a few examples which we use this correlation mechanism for. So take a look at this, and if you have any questions, just let us know. We've done that for applications like PHP, .NET, Siebel, and the others, Java that I mentioned. Um, that's it about correlation. Hopefully that was useful. Thanks for watching.